Well, um, I'm going to start getting all my stuff into storage. I cannot get a job here in Pahrump. Um, so I am going to have to put my house up for sale, and I got to figure out how I'm going to get things done. I have contacted my two friends I'm close to and said, "Look, I'm going through my inheritance. I'm not going to have no money left, and I really need a job. I need a fucking job now, and then I can get all my other stuff will go into effect. But I need a job now, um, and I need to help pay bills. And I'm just so stressed out in that, and I really need that. Yeah, I'm grateful I have a place to stay for now, but I won't have it for much longer. It's just I cannot. I've been looking every day, and the place here in Pahrump to look for a job, they need to close that down. There is no way. The coalition is a waste of time. They need to close it down. I really have never met a more where they should actually they the coalition here in Trump is a wasted energy. I have been there multitude of times and never got any help. I've never had any help at all for getting a job or anything. No one really gives a shit for me here, and I'm just so tired of it. I really am. I'm tired of begging and trying to, do stuff, and I just can't do it. I'm I just feel hurt. I have asked people. So what I plan to do is I'm going to get a card, a big thing saying I need a job. I just got divorced and all this stuff, and maybe I can get some help because I worked for Horizon Market and they only paid me for 1 day, and I worked 4 days, and I realized they're not a place to work for, obviously. A a lot of jealousy around here. A lot of very jealous people, and I don't know why they would be jealous over me. I live in a house that I'm embarrassed to bring anybody in. I I have a life that I don't go out. I don't have a boyfriend. The guy I did have kept saying, "I'm going to call you in the morning," and never call me. And 2 weeks later, he calls me up when he only needs me. So finally, I said, "Look, you never call me. I'm your second half, your third girl, whatever. I'm like, you know what? If you're going to make promises, I finally broke up and I blocked him, and I have no guy in my life. I I'm just rather have it like that right now. I need a job more than a man, and I don't have either. So, and all the guys that are, trying to chase me, they're not doing a very good job. Obviously, they never dated me or forgot what it was like to, oh, yeah, I expect my ass kissed. And if I don't get it, I drop you. I just drop you. I finally get tired of your shit. And that's how I am. You want to know how I am? If you tire me out, I drop you and I never look back. And that's how it always has been, you know. And that's how I'm just, I figure if you don't have the energy to send me flowers, to send me a message, to contact me, I will make sure that you will never have the ability to contact me, you know? And that's how I feel about it, the whole thing, you know. Um, I do enjoy my, you know, spending time with my friends, but if they can't treat me right, then I'm going to have to move on. And there are certain guys that thought that they could treat me wherever they can, and I'm like, no. Mm-mm. So I asked my friend who's a real estate agent what I should do because I'm not getting anything, no help or anything from anybody. You know, I have health issues. The reason why I haven't moved here because I thought I had cancer for a while. I thought I had the big cancer. I don't know what I have, to be honest. I don't know if I have cancer, if I have tumors, if I have whatever is going on. I don't know because I'm not told that. And I didn't tell my friends that. I told them, well, no, there's no cancer. Of course, I'm not going to tell them what I think I have. Of course, I'm not going to tell them I think I'm dying, but I'm not going to tell them that. I'm not going to say that I think I have this and I'm not sure because the doctors are acting all fruit loopy and I got no answer whatsoever. I have never in my life, I know what's going on with my body. I even have looked into because I'm a high enough as blood wise to go back to Sweden. I could actually go back to Sweden because I have family there in Sweden. Yeah, you know, and I'm thinking of going back home to Sweden. I rather go back to Sweden. At least they have good medical and I could be taken care of. I don't know what's wrong with me. I've been so worried. I don't know what's wrong with me. I think I'm dying. And I don't know how to tell my kids that. I don't know how to say, you know what? I don't know what's wrong with me. I don't know what's wrong with me. I am in a state that gave me, where is that? Where's that copy? They gave me a 20-year-old file, a image that was 20 years old because they don't care about my health. If you want to die, come to Nevada because it will be a great place because they do not want to help you out. I feel like I'm dying, you know. I only sleep 2 hours at a time. I don't even sleep that long. I don't know why. And I asked the doctors and they said that's what getting old is. That's all the answers they have. They don't have actual answers. It's like I'm dealing with doctors with an IQ of 5. When you come here, you're going to have to realize you deal with doctors who are dumb as fucking shit. And I'm not joking. I'm just so tired of this. I'm tired of having to beg for just mediocre. I went to a physician assistant who should have quit running 20 years ago because, honey, she looked like she's 75. When you look like you're 75 and you're going, I run 10 miles or 5 miles a day. Honey, you look so old. My great grandmother looked younger than you. Yeah, you're getting pretty bad, you know. I went to the last place that I thought I could get help, which if I don't get a job by the end of the month, I will have to sell all my stocks and I will have to move somewhere else. And I am making plans right now. I'm taking everything I possibly can to my storage unit and making moves to move out of the state because I can't find a job here and I'm not selling any books. So if I'm not making any financial money, I have to go where there's money, you know? There's no money here in Nevada. None. Zero. No money here. I'm not making any, maybe somebody else is, but obviously that's Nevada saying get the fuck out and stay away from your ex. I wanted I wanted to divorce him years ago. Oh my God. Oh, I just, ugh, I'm just so tired of feeling unappreciative and unloved. I have nobody. I got my kids, okay? My daughter lives in Utah, which I was thinking that would be a great place to move to, Utah. Maybe I might meet somebody, There's no one here. No one's going to hire me. Obviously, I'm like, I need a job by the end of the month. So I'm going to this weekend, I think Monday, I will go and get like a big board thing and I will say, hey, I need help. Give me a job because no one wants to help me here. I get no help. I got no help at all. No one gives a care. But why is everyone so jealous? Could you answer me that? Why are you so jealous? Do you think it's great you make someone cry and hurt bad because you're having a bad day or year or life? Hey, I didn't pick it. So, like I said to the mighty smiter, because I hate fucking God, I really do. God just blows me all the time. God goes, oh, I'm going to put you in a great situation. I'm going to have it where you want to die, 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 die. And that's how God is. God is nothing but mighty smiter. That's all he is. And that's as I put and I'm looking at, everything, I'm going, you know what? He is a mighty smiter. He is an asshole. He's someone who I don't pray to anymore. I quit and I gave up a long time ago. A long time ago when I had my affliction with my body and I'm going, well, God, give me help, 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 help. And he goes, smite, 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 smite. Oh, you need a job? Smite, 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 smite. So that's where I'm at right now. I do not believe in God. I gave up on God because he gave up on me time ago. It's those people that go, oh, believe in God. Oh, God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. If you say God bless you to me, you're already on the list of I don't want to deal with you. If you say it too many times, I literally I disassociate myself with you because the most people I've ever met that said God bless you, most people I've ever met who say God bless you are the fuck artists of the US. If they say God bless you enough, that means they'll fuck you so bad that you won't know your name in the end. And that's the truth. My mom used to say it all the time. God bless you. She's a fuck artist like you could not believe. But I bet you she could get a job. I can't get a job. Not out here in Nevada. So I'm going to go and get a white cardboard thing and say, I need a job. I can't find a job. Please help me. I put it on Indeed. You can check out my resume on Indeed. And that's how it goes. Because as far as I'm concerned, I have not received any help from anybody as for a job. And I don't want to be borrowing money from my friends all the time to pay my bills. I shouldn't have to. But you get people who are so jealous. If they want me gone, I'll be gone and I'll never, never come back here. Oh, and trust me, I won't. I have no problem. And with my affliction, I'll be taking care of that problem. There'll be no baby's daddy. Trust me, he will not be contacted. I can take care of myself. I don't need some man to help me out. I don't need someone to wipe my own ass, okay? That's what person you have. I'm going to get a job here or I'm going to get the fuck out. I'm not going to sit there and go, oh, please give me a job. Please make me feel loved. If you don't want me here, fine, I'll go. But I will take everything I can. And I will not come back and no one will know about any of my afflictions if you get my drift. I probably won't go shopping at the source and because they pissed me off. They didn't hire me, so I won't. I probably won't. I'm going to go to Wallflower. I won't shop anywhere where they're not going to hire me. Oh no, they're not going to hire me. I'm not shopping there. Yeah, that's not going to be happening. So with that, I'm going to start packing everything up and I'm going to start looking elsewhere. Arizona, I have 3 interviews in Arizona, and I can't even I'm going to have to see about what I'm gonna do to get gas to get there. I have a sister who lives in Arizona, and I can live with her for a bit and then get my own place or something to that fact. I'm tired of not having a fucking job. I need to get out, and I don't know how to tell people this. If you're jealous of me, come to my house. This is my lovely house. Oh, my shower. My husband, who's got a big ass, messed it up. His ass fucked up my shower and he refuses to fix it. So his fucking fat ass fucked up my shower and he refuses to fix it. Oh, yeah, I got a lovely shower. So for a while, I was taking a shower over at the gym because it's a lot better. And then, I quit going to the gym because I got attacked at the gym. Yes, because I have a tattoo in the back of my neck that somebody thought that I was a devil worshiper and they said that I should have my body skinned. That means the biggest organ on my body should be I should be skinned alive. I was pretty well told that by an adult woman, not even a child. Adult woman said that that is a devil worshiping symbol and I should be put away. So whoever has written a storyline with the Omega symbol being a devil worshiping symbol, I think you guys should be slapped silly because you're dumb as fuck. So I'm kind of asking Pahrump, if you guys don't in the next 2 weeks, I don't get a job, I will have to put up the house for sale and I will have to move out of Pahrump. And if that's how you want it, that's fine. That's how serious I am. If I don't get a job within the next 2 weeks, that's 14 days. By next month, if I don't have a job, I gotta move. I mean, I gotta move out of the house and everything. I gotta move. I gotta leave. I gotta go where I could get a job. And that's what I'm planning on doing. I don't know. The reason why I've been waiting is because I've been hoping that the medical field would help me and give me an answer to my affliction that my stomach's been growing even bigger and my breasts have gotten big and they've gotten hurting, and I've had a lot of other afflictions that I told that that's what you expect when you get old. So when you get old, you go from a C cup to a D cup, almost a double D. Your back hurts. I had for 3 months. I couldn't eat hardly, so I had to buy boosts in order to even have a meal because I felt like I was going to hurl everything. And now I can't stop eating, so I have to watch what I eat and be careful. So I have a stomach that's been growing, but no medical because the doctors are too fucking stupid out here in Nevada. The doctors are so stupid. This is what he said verbatim. You remember the 70s how they did exploratory surgery? And I'm like, we're not living in the fucking 70s. We're not doing exploratory surgery. You want to do exploratory surgery? Do it to the opiate chick who's on opioids so bad that she don't give a fuck. But don't come to me and do that. Don't come to me and do that. No. No. That's not what I'm like going, really? You're asking me, you think I'm stupid enough to let you do fucking exploratory fucking surgery like the 70s alone without another person? Oh, hell and no. If they could take a mummy and pretty much say what he had at his last supper, but you can't tell me if I don't have something else in my stomach and why it's growing, then you obviously should take up residency over in Detroit because you need to go back to school. I really believe that majority of the people here in Nevada that are in the healthcare profession need to go back to school. They should go to Detroit, guaranteed. If they go to Detroit, it'll be a whole different thing. I then I heard the bad news. Schlitterbahn got big. I love Schlitterbahn being small and just a quaint thing to visit. Now it's too big. Now I'm never going to have to. No, it's just too big. So that's where I'm at right now. I'm at that point where I am going to have. Nevada has said not only are they extremely, 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 ultra jealous to live. These are the type of people they'll go, you got a car that's nicer than mine. I don't like you. And that's what they told me. They told me, a manager told me this. You are driving a car that's nicer than mine. This is what a manager told me over at the fireworks place. I drive a car that's nicer than hers. And I said, well, my husband picked it out. I mean, my senior psycho pants picked it out. And she said, you shouldn't be driving a car that nice. You're not even management. And I'm like, where'd she come off of asking what I could and couldn't drive? But this is the things I deal with. People who are so jealous, instead of bringing someone up higher, they bring not only themselves to a lower vibration, but a lower person. Instead of going, that's pretty cool. I like that. No, they got to treat you like shit and then be jealous. That's all I've noticed out west is just horrible. I told my dad, I said, you used to love it out here. He goes, yeah, West was the best. I go, not no more. I got in a huge, not argument, a long talk with my dad, and I told him how I felt that the West has lost their ways. It used to be to go there to go, to get in contact with yourself. When I was a kid, they had meditational groups over at the sand dunes. That's what's so special about them. It's because it was quiet and it didn't have all the cars and all the stuff when you had even in the house. The sand dunes were just quiet. So we would go there and meditate. Yeah, that's what we would do. We would go there and meditate. It was a big deal. Now, all California is jealousy and hate. It's like Sodom and Gomorrah. That's what I feel that this is. This is like Sodom and Gomorrah. This is a horrible place. Nevada, it's a place where you go and die. That's where you go. You come here to die. You know, there's no medical here. When you have a doctors talking about exploratory surgery like it's the 1970s, you've hit rock bottom and you are in a third world country. And that's how I feel. I'm being very honest. I'm very scared about my health. I believe my health is in jeopardy because of the state that I live in. I believe if I stay living here that I will be further in jeopardy unless I'm given an answer what's going on with my body. I am looking to live outside of the state, and that's how scared I am. I believe that there's something really bad going on here. I really believe that people are so jealous of me. They think that I have this great life, and I really don't. I'm worrying all the time. What's going to happen to me? Where am I going to go? I have no future whatsoever. All I know is that my life, my life right now has changed and nobody is helping me. and I try to get help outside the thing, and I get no help whatsoever. Nevada is a place to go if you want to go and die, because the health care is third world country. Really, I've gone into Tijuana and got better service in Tijuana than here in the United States of America. We are a third world country now. I do not consider um Pahrump, Nevada, a great place to live, because I can't even get a job at all. Not even going to places 2, 3 times, having a good whatever. It's just, it amazes me how I feel, and how I've asked friends. I just recently asked friends, "Hey, do you got any idea what I could do? Because I am stuck." I have put in applications on Indeed, and then, the source to turn me away, because they did a telephone interview, and I just did my medication, and I'm like, a couple hours into my medication that's supposed to last 4 hours, and I'm really like doped up mentally, and I'm like, well, I don't think this is a good time to take my test, but hey, you know, like I said, I have not shopped at the source. I don't have the money anyway. You know, they won't hire me. No one will hire me here in Pahrump. I don't know why. You know, maybe it's because they can't sue me. Just like overworking at the over at the Area 51. Yeah, two people wanted to sue me because they said I drove a nicer car than them. That's the only reason why they wanted to sue me. I drove a nicer car than them. So, okay, let me explain this. Two people who can't get off the bar junkie. If you are hooked on gambling, it's not my fucking fault. Your car went into the gambling machines. I don't gamble. Fucking boring. So, um, let's do a tarot reading, seeing what new things will happen. If I don't see a good tarot card, what I'm going to do is, as soon as I can, I will see about going elsewhere in the United States and where I can go. I really need a job, like yesterday. And I'm not joking. I am not bullshitting. I will go where the jobs are. So if there's no jobs here, I got to move. It's just point blank. I had friends go, "Well, didn't you try?" Well, how far can I try? When I go into a place and they go, "We don't take your stuff. Go." And I had a woman say, "Hey, hey, hey, you take your paper. You're supposed to receive it electronically." And I'm like, if you want to be a hateful person, which majority of the people that I deal with in Pahrump, they are so jealous. Why be jealous of somebody? Why are you jealous? Pahrump should be happy. They're a small town with a lot of people with a lot of heart, but unfortunately, these hearts are jealous. That person's got a better car. That person's got a better outfit. They got better shoes. Everybody's going to, there's always like a friend. This is a friend of mine who's been a model for all her life. We used to joke about this. She goes, "We're gorgeous." And I go, "Yes, we're gorgeous." And she goes, "There's always going to be that one person who's prettier than you, have the better shoe, the better outfit, the better whatever, the better car, the better whatever." And she said, the only thing you can do if you're an actor, an actress, if you're somebody who's in the public eye, she said, you have to have a foundation. If you don't have a foundation, you'll never make it. She said, you have to have a good family and a good foundation and good love. If you don't, if you love your music, but you're doing tons of drugs and you're doing shit that you shouldn't be, she said, that's not love. That's hate. You shouldn't be treating people like shit. Don't treat your neighbor like shit. Even though, don't call on your neighbor all the time, like on the, "Hey, I think my neighbor, she's sitting on her hammock." Yeah, I don't know what she's doing, but send the cops over and put the light in her face. And that's what my next door neighbor did. My new next door neighbor's an asshat. I got a super asshat. I really do. I'm going to put my phone number and stuff. I'm going to put a thing on my front of my lawn and say, I need a job. I'm going to say who I am, and I'm going to put it out in the front of my house. I told the guy that I was seeing that him calling me, no, no, him telling me he's going to call me and never calling me is not acceptable. And I broke up with him. Yeah, I really don't consider being treated like shit. If you're dating me and you tell me you're hanging out with family and friends and you wait 4 hours to text me hi, you're not going to be texted back. In fact, you're going to be blocked automatically. Yeah, you won't hear from me. If you are in love with somebody, being away from them sucks. Okay, when you're first dating, it's like you just want to be with that person. So if you're telling somebody that you're too busy to text them a hi in 4 hours is not acceptable to me. I will be like, I'm blocking you, but have a good day. And I will block them and I will move on. And I've done it already. I've done it many times already. Yeah, I have guys who more than once they would say that they're spending time with family and friends, and I know that the first couple days somebody comes in, you're showing them around. After a couple weeks, I was like, okay, I have not been informed what you're doing, and I know you have probably somebody else, and I get it. That's great, but don't treat me like shit. I'm blocking you. Have a good life. Bye. And that's what I do. I now have a whole thing how I feel. You don't want to treat me like number one, then don't have me in your life. Because as far as I'm concerned, if you think that if you first meet me and you love hanging out with me, then if the next day that you think that you can ghost me, oh no, that's not going to be happening. You think you're going to ghost me? Block. Goodbye. You know, you know where I live is what I say. You know where I live. You can send a friend, a guy friend. You could go to Albertsons, pick out some nice flowers. By the way, I like sunflowers. I don't like roses. I like sunflowers because roses always remind me of lilies and roses remind me of funerals because that's what my family usually gives, lilies and roses. That's our funeral aspect. So you can't have a friend bring flowers to my house. Yeah, that's a cheaper way. If you don't have the money, I get it. But if you want to, win my heart, there's no one here in Pahrump winning my heart so far. Trust me. No guy here doesn't, taking someone out on a date to a bar is not considered cool with me. Don't you want to ruin a date? Take me up to a bar, right up to the front bar, and have an argument with a guy. This is what one date did to me. He actually took me to a bar and sat down and had 3 drinks, and I sat there and I'm thinking, this is so fucking that is not how you treat a date. You do not take her out to the bar. I am not a drinker. I'm a weeder. Take me to the dispensary. Yeah. Takes me out to the bar. Has an argument with a patron that he knew. Had more conversation with the patron he knew. And then he talked about going on another date. I'm like, oh, that's not going to be happening. Not in this life. Mm-mm. No, 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 no. No, it's not going to happen. Mm-mm. So I didn't go on a date. And yeah, I broke up with David because he would say he was going to call me and he never would call. So I was like, well, okay, I get it. You have your health problems. I have my health problems, but at least I'm honest and I tell you what's going on with my life. But my rules are just as this. If you really want to be with me and you think I'm an amazing person, then after you hang out with me that night and the next day you're going to wait until like 5 o'clock in the evening to text me, you're going to find out I'm not going to reply back. because if you're going to reply at 12 hours later, 13 hours later, there's not going to be a reply back. I'm done with that. I'm done with people treating me like shit and thinking it's okay. Oh, but they do it with a smile on their face. No, I'm done. So, as far as I'm concerned, any guy that has me from the past who wants to call me up and think that they can like hook up with me, just like Brian, oh, hell no. That's not going to be happening. Not in this lifetime, not in the next lifetime. Brian, just go back to your hole. You piss me off enough. I'm not going to be kept by somebody. So, let's do a tarot reading. See what we have here. Usually I get a lot of snakes and a lot of crap if I do a tarot reading for Pahrump. So I'm going to just say, hey, what is the job situation next week going to look like? And that's what I would like to know, because if I don't get a job, I will have to move out of Pahrump. I do need a job right now. I need a regular job because my books aren't selling and I need money. If I do not receive money, I cannot pay bills and I cannot live in a place that I can't afford. Get it? All right. So if I don't get that, I'm telling you this. If you want to die, come to Pahrump because there's no medical here. There's none. It's third world country medical. That's all it is. Because I'm proving it. In fact, I want to edit. If you want to die, come to Pahrump. You want to die, come to PHRU Pahrump, Nevada Medical. Doctors are dumb as sin, and I'm not even. I can't even make that up. I really can't. When you have a doctor going, I don't know what's wrong, and you can take a mummy that's 3,000 years old, a fucking mummy that's 3,000 years old, gets better medical than I do? Really? So let's find out. Next week, how does the job situation look for me? So I'm going to go on, they have this place in Armagosa, DBJ, where I've gone to before. And I am going to put in an app over there. That's what I just figured out. Oh, God. I got to go to the restroom, though. I'll be right back. I'm going to the potty. I got to go number two. I'll be right back. Oh, God. Whew, boy. All right. So I really feel that um I just do not feel happy at all. I am not happy with my health. I have lost weight. I have done everything. I take vitamins. I watch what I eat, not just watching and eating a bunch of junk, but I read. Stay away from high fructose corn syrup. Now, the fructose syrup is fine, but high fructose is really, really bad. It causes you to age and do all kinds of crappy shit. Stay away from high fructose, and they can say what they want, but I'm telling you, that shit's nasty. But fructose is another way of saying fruits. Fruit. It come from the fruit. I don't have, as far as I'm concerned, where I have people who hate me and who want to get even with me. You know what? I'm pretty well dying here. I have no medical here. What do you think? You might as well just applause me and say, hey, go along with it because I'm not going to be here that much longer. Think about it. I don't have medical. There's nothing here telling me what's going on with my body. So obviously, it's something so bad that the doctors can't even tell me. Oh, and the pain is horrendous. I can only sleep 2 hours at a time. That's why I've been so tired. The doctors give me no help. I got no nothing, and they just don't get it. I don't know what's wrong, and they will not tell me. I'm not doing no fucking exploratory surgery. If they could tell a 3,000-year-old mummy what they ate, their last supper, what they ate, they could tell me what the fuck's wrong with me. And that's how I feel, you know? Because I'm just tired. I'm tired of being tired. I'm tired of not having any sleep. I'm tired of feeling like shit. And I tell doctors, so I went to a physician assistant. I was suggested by the coalition that she was absolutely wonderful. You know what they say? What is one man's garbage is another man's treasure, right? So I go to this woman and she tells me that I should start running, which by the way is really not walking's way better. Don't run. Don't run because it's not really meant, it's not meant for our bodies. Um and after the age of 40, it's not suggested. A smart doctor would say, keep it at once a week, if that, once a month, because it's not our joints and stuff just can't take it, it's not good. And it ages you too. Trust me, it does. It really does age you. You don't want to be running all the time. It will age you after a certain factor of time. And the only runners that my dad and I knew are dead. So, all right, let's smoke some weed because obviously my life just blows like you can't believe. I'm to that point where um I really would rather just give up, but I am giving up in a sense where I now feel that I'm not welcome here in Pahrump because, if you're welcome, you're getting a job and stuff, but apparently I am not welcome, so I do not get a job. That's how I feel. So if I want to be, people don't want me here, I can go and never come back. So, see how this works. Yeah. All right. If you want to go to a place that, still remember the guy going, "Well, aren't you going to go shopping here?" I'm like, "With what money? You're not even hiring me. Fuck. I tried 3 times to get a job there. Obviously, you don't want me there. No one wants me here." So if that's the case, I'm not going to put myself up for hawk and beg people to fucking like me or not be jealous of me. Oh, and that's the one thing I have learned here. They look at my car. "You got a nicer car than me. I only spend 100,000 on the machines. I only go gambling once a week and spend 3,000. I only spend my money." If you're spending more than $500 a month on gambling, you've already made your car note. So don't look at my car. I don't go gambling. Got it? You motherfuckers. If you guys want to go gambling and spend all your money on your gambling and then you have no fucking car, don't go coming up to me going, "Hey, I'm going to sue you because you got a nice car." Because that's what I had somebody come up to do. 2 people sue me because they have a nice fucking car. Because I don't go gambling. I worked over at Area 51 Fireworks, and 2 people wanted to. You know what their suggestion was? I have a nicer car than them. I also don't gamble. I don't sit gambling for hours. Anyone that borrows money, the first thing I say is, "How much do you gamble?" They don't ask me for money. And I know the people, you know? People here are so jealous. When I worked over at the I worked over at what was it, that place? That's what happened. People here are so jealous. They look at your car going, "Oh, oh, oh, you got a nicer car? You got a nicer car? Why? I like to gamble. So I gamble 3 grand a month. Big deal. I need that car. I want that car. I'm gonna sue you. I'm gonna sue you for 10 grand. So I can have no, maybe I can go gambling." And that's how they think out here. They will gamble all their money away, look at what you're driving, what you live in, all that shit, and then they get jealous. "Why are you jealous of me? You could have a way nicer car than mine." "Oh, but you wouldn't be able to go gambling and look like a bigwig for about 5 seconds." And that's how it is. A lot of the people like to feel that they're, you know, I never cared about that, so I didn't make a big deal. I really didn't. I didn't want to stroke their ego. "Oh, you gamble. Okay, good win." I don't go oh crazy like the other people because I think it's a sickness in a lot of sense. If you're going to have to feel that in order for you to feel like a human being, that you got to go gamble. Just like me, it's a sickness for me to feel like a human being in order for me to feel good that I could go shopping. It's the same sickness, but the difference is when I run out of money, I don't gamble. A lot of people, when they run out of money, they still gamble. But that's just, yeah. So I was at the source today and I pretty much was told what I knew I would be told, that they will not be hiring me. "Well, we'll just put this on the top of the list." Yeah, right. By the time they call, I'll be gone. I'll guarantee that one. That's the one thing I'll guarantee. I almost wanted to tell them, just throw 'em, I almost wanted to say, "Well, if you're not hiring, I really need a job now. And by the time you get around calling me, I probably won't be here. I need to have a job in order to stay here. So if I don't get a job, I can't stay here. I got to pay rent. If I can't pay rent, I can't stay." You get my drift? Are you getting where I'm talking? All right. Do not come to Pahrump if you expect to live. You come to Pahrump to die. This is where you come to die. This is it. This is where you come and you figure out where you want to be buried or do you want to be burned. This is where you come to die. You don't come here to live. They made that perfectly clear when I went to the physician assistant who said, "Where is your medication?" She talked to me like I was a 5-year-old too. Like I didn't understand her saying medication. I said, "I have my birth control pills." She looked at me and said, "We got to change that one." She obviously seen that I needed more medication. And I really am not a medication person. In fact, it's hard enough for me to take my fucking vitamins, let alone medication. So here's my vitamins right here. I take these. They're just as good as anything. I take them. My son takes them. We take them. It's good. I buy the prenatal ones because they got more vitamins in it. Your nails grow really good with the prenatals. I don't give a fuck. You know what? I don't know if I'm pregnant. I'm going to be honest. But let me tell you this, the only thing that hasn't changed is the fact that I get a test that says minus, that doesn't say anything. But I'm retaining water. The only time I've ever retained water in my life was Devin and Natasha when I gave birth to them. Okay, this is what I'm going through. This is the problems I'm going through. The only time I have ever had retained waters when I was pregnant with them. Okay, number two, I my breasts have went from a C to almost a double D. Number three, I my stomach has gotten way bigger and I got heartbeats. So, something's going on. I don't know what is, but I do know that that's what's going on. The only thing I haven't gotten was having a P test that's plus. So it makes me think I have something that's going to kill me. It's growing in my body. It's not showing it's pregnant and it's going to kill me in some form or manner. That's what I'm thinking of. Something's happening to my body that I'm not getting an honest thing from anybody. Not anyone has given me an honest opinion, real honest. And let me tell you this, the reason why the FBI wanted me, I'm a human. I could tell when people lie. Most of the time I could tell when they lie. I could tell when people actually believe their lies. There's a lot of people who believe what they are saying and are not have the information to help them mentally and physically. They called me the human lie detector. We used to play liar, 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 pants on fire. It was a game I made up, and we would have lies that family members would say, and you would figure out who was lying. You ever played that game? I call it liar, liar, pants on fire. Who's lying? And I'd figure out who was lying, and I never got it wrong ever. So in that case, I see a lot of my friends, they lie because they have to. They have a certain life that they lead and they don't want people to know about their other life. Fine. It's when that life is hurting other people and their life and their livelihoods and their, I guess you would say, their health. When that comes to play, then you as a person should not be allowed to do that. And that's what's happening. A lot of people are making other people lie. So I won't know what's going on with my body. And when I have all these things happen to me, and I could tell when someone's lying all the time. Shit. A lot of people lie even about the simplest shit. Oh, and trust me, we're talking simple shit where you're going, you don't need to lie. They're lying. And it's funny. Used to crack me up is when I had a manager guy who asked this one girl, "So what's your 5-year program?" And she looked at him. She said, "There's no program at the facility we were working at for like someone to move up in ranks." She goes, "I'm not going to bed with anybody, so there's no program for me." I was just like, "What?" So I learned a lot of things from a lot of people. And yeah, I have a high IQ. Boy, yeah. That's when you look back and you're going, "Oh, crap." So, yeah, it pisses me off. I still remember that. And one manager going, "So, what's your 4-year program?" And she's like looking at me. I'm like, "There's no program here. You don't ask people what they're going to do in 4 years in the company if you don't have a program set up. It's kind of stupid." You saw that. So anyway, let's do some tarot reading. All right, let's find out if next week if I'm getting a job, I'm going to have to really ramp up, getting my shit in storage and look for another storage container almost. So I don't want to do that. I want to stick with $100 a month. So I'm thinking of paying a year's worth and just, traveling a bit, seeing the world. Okay, so let's find out what is going on with next week if I'm going to get a job, because I got to figure out what's going on. Even if I am dying or whatever, uh, like I said, you do not come to Pahrump to live. You come to Pahrump to die. This is where you come to die. This is where you figure out if you want to go with your ash urns or to be buried somewhere. So I guess I'm going to have to talk to someone where, to be buried or my ash urns. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm down to that because I'm being very honest. You don't come to Pahrump to live. You come to Pahrump to die. This is where you come to die. You don't come here to live. You come here to die. This is where you come to pick out your urn or your grave plot. This is it. That's how I felt. So this is where Pahrump is where you come here to die. You know that, don't you? The medical has shown that. When you're told that your birth control is not what they consider a good medication, that you should be on what she considers medication that you need to be on, that is scary. Not only is it bad medicine, but it shows me that there's a lot of opioid heads and there's a lot of people who are stupid. When you do opioids, it's just not good. Smoke weed, and it's better for you. So let's find out if I get a job next week or if I'm going to have to move, because I'm like, this is like, over, this is a year looking for a fucking job here. And I'm not joking. Yeah, this is not a place where you have a job. This is where you are already making money online or something. This is where you move. You move here to either get away from it all or die. There's no living here because the medical sucks. And you have to have money to live here. Let me be honest with you. You have to make close to $250,000 or more to live here in order to have good health. Over $250,000. If you don't make that much money here, you're not going to make it because the medical here is subpar, if any. You come here to die. So here we go. All right, let's see. My first one is Birds That's Talking. All right, and I got the lady and clouds. It's confusion. I do have the key that's deal with talking. Letter, cross, ring. Da, 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 da. There. Okay, so that's communication. I see that there's going to be communication. I don't see myself getting a job. It doesn't show that. It doesn't show like, success, but I could be wrong. Let me look it up real quick. What the birds have. No. It's only 12. All right, birds and the moon. Creative, a productive conversation, talking to about my desires. Well, maybe that could be good. Let's see what the letter says. Um, Vocal message, the media, paparazzi, and interview. So I am going to have an interview. So it does show an interview on here. Uh, doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. So I am going to go today and get like poster board. I actually don't need poster board for out there. I can go and use box boards and just use other stuff. So that's what I'll do because I'm going to ask neighbors, with boxes and make it nice little message thing that I need a job. See what I could do. Because obviously, I'm just been feeling really down that I can't even fucking get a job. I've been looking for a fucking year, not like a week or two, a fucking year. This has been going on for a long time. So, you're hiring somebody. I'm a bartender. I'm a waitress. Shit. If I could be a legal hoe, I would go and do it too. But I don't have the body for that right now. Apparently, I am, and I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know what's going on with me. I really don't. I've been called crazy because I said, well, what's funny is I only retain water only twice before. I told my friend Kathy, I said, Kathy, there's only twice I've retained this much water, and they're walking around. It's Devin and Natasha. That's the only time I've ever retained water. And I do a pee test and it's negative. That was told to me that's very scary. I was told that my life can be in danger because if I'm pregnant and it's a tubal pregnancy, it can end up where I die if it's not taken care of. And I said, that's what I came here for. We come here to Pahrump to die. We don't come here to Pahrump to live because that's what I'm looking at. I'm looking at my dating scene being shitty as ever. I told my boyfriend pretty much that you tell me you're going to call up and tell me everything and everything's going to be fine and dandy. And you never call me up and you never text me. You text me 2 weeks later, whatever at a time. And I'm like, okay, so you're going to call me up and you never do. And you never answer your calls. So I finally just told him, You know what? I haven't been with anyone but you. But I'm going to have to, block you. And I'm going to have to tell that to my other friend Ty. I don't think he really gives a shit about me, you know. And it just comes to the whole point. I live in a place where you're expected to not live. You're expected to come here to Pahrump to die. You're not expected to live. That's how I see it. Oh, so I'm hoping that I could get something going on where I could get interviewed. I had it on the source. They're so lazy. They called and did an interview. They didn't call and brought you in. I thought, shit. So since they didn't hire me, I'm never shopping at the source ever again. I'm just done. I'm so pissed off, you know. They the source is so lazy. They actually called and did an interview and I was like so embarrassed. I'm like, shit, usually you get told, hey, would you come in at 12 or 1 o'clock for an interview? Not after I had taken medication. Oh shit, they did a telephone interview. The source did. They're so lazy. I was like, damn. And I tried so many times to get a job here in Pahrump, and I have a car ready to go. And they hired people that they waited 2 to 3 weeks waited on. That's the places that you deal with, you know? And then they not only tell you that they're not gonna hire you, they expect you to go shopping there, and I'm going, "Yeah, right. Okay. I think I'm kinda broke." When you say you paid for your own, divorce, yeah, I'm broke. Alright? You should be giving me some free shit. And I was like, "Alright, yeah, that's not gonna be happening." Yeah, so when the source opened up, I didn't go shopping in there. No, because they were too lazy to call me up and ask me for an interview. They just started interviewing me right on the phone, and I'm like, "Oh shit," I'm I'm mentally compromised after after smoking my weed about a half an hour ago before they called. I'm like, "Oh crap." Oh, so yeah, I look like an asshole and I didn't get hired because the source was too lazy to have me come in. They just called me up. And I'm like, well, I'm not going to be shopping there. And then I went there twice, and they just don't, it's like, I don't have the money. Yeah, I had the money, but I'm not going to go shopping where they're not going to hire me. Hello. The source called me up and about a month ago and did a telephone interview. I didn't even know that they were going to do a telephone interview. I was like, really? Wow, that's lazy. If a company is that lazy, are they going to be worth working for? I mean, I'm just putting it out there, but I need a job, you know? And the crappiest jobs I've ever worked at have been here in Pahrump. Oh, they've been just the nastiest things you can ever find and the meanest bosses ever, and you have employees who try to sue you. Yeah, this is what I've encountered here in Pahrump. I've been sued by two employees because I got a nice car. By the way, the two employees, they're gamblers. Surprise. So if a place is hiring and they don't hire me and I put in an application, I usually don't go shopping there. Yeah, I'm like one of those people. I just don't shop there. Why? You ask why. Well, I'm going to tell you why. Because they're not paying my bills. They're not helping me out. And they did a call interview. They did a call interview. Yeah. Didn't know they were calling. Didn't get it. I've done call interviews, and what they do is they go, "Hi." They send you a text message, and it's really more, and they go, "We're going to call you between this and this on this day." And you're going to be called between 2 to 4, in between the 2 hours, so you don't have to smoke weed and look like an idiot. No. So, yeah, they didn't think out the how can I say, um worst parking lot ever was at the source. You have to, when you pull out, there's no U-turn thing or whatever. You have to almost go a quarter of a mile and then go around. It's real stupid. They should have built, why didn't they built over by the castle thing? Because that would have been way better. And now it's like, I don't know, it's you know, that's kind of crappy layout. Don't you hate that? I went to pull in, you go into source and you pull in, and when you go to pull out, you got to go way over around. And I'm like, didn't they think about that? It's like, that kind of sucks. So you have to spend more gas to go shopping somewhere. I'm like, I was so pissed off. to go to the next, like, they have like the street, because you get that little bump, you go all the way around. So I should have just asked them if they were hiring before I gave my resume. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm going, nah, it's okay. I'm not gonna waste it. Oh God. So I'm trying to be happy, but I'm just, I'm bitching. The other place here, what was it? The other dispensary here has a horrible drive. Oh, that I hate that driveway. I hate a place that you pray to God that someone gives you a decent parking spot. I like the one you just pull in and get in there, and then you pull out going, oh fuck. At least pulling out is easier than pulling in over at the other dispensary here. Ah, shit. I forget that name. Anyway, there's two dispensaries here now, the Source, and I don't know what it is with dispensaries. They all of them. I just realized, you know what all dispensaries have in common? They all have crappy parking lots. All of them. So I'm just angry that no one will hire me. No one. And I've been looking for a year now. So I'm getting really pissed off. I almost felt like telling the guy over at the source, just throw it away. Really. Are you really going to call me, within the next 2 weeks? I highly doubt you're going to be calling me in the next 2 weeks. If you're not calling, I almost felt like saying, you know what, you should put a notice. If you're not going to call me in the next 2 weeks, then throw it away. Really. And that's where I'm at. You know, that is where I am at. In the next 2 weeks, I need a job. If I do not get money coming in or a job, then this is what will happen. I will have to move out of Pahrump. That's just point blank. There's no little vacation. No, that's just it. In the next 2 weeks, if I don't have a job, I have to make motions to move. And once those motions are set up and put in, they cannot be stopped. That means once the boat starts up, there's no turning back. You got it? And it doesn't matter what. Matter what. Yeah, I went to the source, and not only that, they called me up. I didn't even know they were calling. The reason is I've done call interviews before. It's not being lazy. They let you know. It's like a regular interview, but you're home and you're not, there. So they send you a text message or calling from a certain time to a certain time at a certain, sometimes they give you 3 days in a row. So you know that you don't smoke your weed, and yeah, and that's what happened. I got real high and I couldn't answer anything really good, and took the worst interview ever. I'm like, crap. So I'm to that point where, since I have been denied jobs here, I really have felt that there's people who have seen me and don't want to work with me because they're jealous because I drive a nice fucking car. Big fucking deal. I spent most of my life driving shit cars, and now I got a decent car and it's affecting my life. You're so jealous. Please. And there's a lot of jealous people here. You'll find women who will put you down faster than you can say, oh my God. Yeah. I've had women who were so pretty, so beautiful, so smart, could do so much with their life, look at me and treat me like shit because they were jealous, not because of the car I drove, because they thought I was better looking than them or I had something better going on. I don't know what it is. I feel better when I do something nice for somebody and it comes from the heart. I don't know what it is with people out west. And this is something I've argued with my dad when he was living. He had this idea, like I said, we used to go meditate over in the sand dunes. It was a big deal. There's so many jealous people out here. Why are people so jealous out here out west? Why are they so mean? Like really mean spirited. Like they get off on. I had I had so many people tell me they want to see me ruined. The woman who is the madam over at one of the houses told me, Dina, whatever, said she wanted to see me ruined. I had other women who I've never really hardly dealt with tell me that they wish they could kill me, and I don't know what I did to piss them off. I mean, I have people who are lighting candles right now as we speak that they hope that I'm dead. They're so jealous of me. And these are the people who go and God bless you people. One of the girls I work with, she's lighting a candle that's with black magic and she's talking about Jesus and God and all that shit. And it's real scary. And that's what I'm dealing with here. They're so jealous. I live in a place, let's just put it this way. My house is so scary. I'm living Halloween 24/7. It's at a slant. I got a next door neighbor that I think is a vampire. I got a vampire next door neighbor that calls the police on anything when you sit out on your hammock. My health has gone from never being sick, or no, sick once a year, if that, for like 6 hours in bed sleeping, to my body. My breasts have gotten huge. My stomach has gotten big, and I have no clue what's going on. So as far as I know, I'm just going to give up. I'm going to go to a funeral home this next week and find out what I could do if I do die and what I want done. And that's what I'm going to do. Yeah, that's how bad it's gotten. You don't I hate to say this, and I know it sounds bad, but health wise, I'm really scared. I really think that something, now I'm retaining water. I mean, I got it in my hands so bad at night, I could barely grab stuff because it's my hands. I'm retaining so much flipping water that I could barely close my hands. Yeah, it's that bad. So it's the same when I was pregnant with my daughter and my son, but I go take a pee test, nothing. There's nothing. So tonight, what we are going to do, we're going to do, oh, shoot, where's my ideas? I got an EBT. I got an EBT test. I will pee in a cup and we will put it on the EBT test thing and I will show you guys that it's negative to get everyone to know. So tonight at 9, it's the EBT test and you will see what I'm talking about. Okay. You know, I mean, I don't know what my body's telling me. My abdomen has gotten bigger, my breasts have gotten bigger and they hurt. And I'm going through all kinds of stuff and I don't need this. I don't need this. All right. I'm not hoping to be pregnant. All right. I don't need this. I wrote a book about losing weight. I don't need that. I don't need the extra everything. You get my drift? So, yeah. And I'm not going to be praying to the mighty smiter because she, whatever, doesn't help me at all either. I get nothing from the mighty smiter. I quit believing. And like I said, you don't go to Pahrump if you want to live. You come here if you want to die and not have good medical. Yeah, you come here, you want to die. You want to die, you come here. You come here because I guarantee it can happen. You jealousy here, you know what? It's not Pahrump, it's Sodom. That's what it is here. That's what it is. Sodom. That's what it is. Sodom and Gomorrah. People are so jealous. Jealous of what you have. Jealous of all the stuff. Jealous if you have a good life. Jealous. Just plain jealous. This is the closest you're going to get to Sodom and Gomorrah you'll ever get is coming out west. Coming out west means that if you don't have a good enough car, you don't have a certain amount of friends. If you don't have a kind of house that people like to come and visit, they talk about you and they say how you aren't like them. All that stuff. They're the type of people that steal houses from their family members or just jealous. Why are people jealous of other people doing well when they worked for that? Why are people so jealous of me? They're lighting candles as we talk right now. And Destiny knows that. Oh yeah, Destiny does. She hates me so bad. She's lighting up them candles and saying, God bless you, God bless you. Yeah, she sure does. Well, it shows clouds, which means when you get clouds, it's just there's no outcome. You got arguments. That's all I have. Arguments and betrayal. Ugh. So tonight I'm going to be doing the EPT test time. We're going to be doing some testings. I'm going to show you. I'm not going to be lying. It is my pee. You're going to have to trust me on that one. It is my pee. And we're going to be doing an EBT test tonight. So let me edit this. Okay, well, I don't gotta get going. There's nowhere for me to be. No one gives a shit about me, you know. And that's how I feel. No one gives a shit about me. I have no friends calling up saying, "Hey, how's it going on? You find a job yet? You making money? What's going on with you?" No one gives a shit. So will I have a job next week? We'll do one more thing and then I will close out and I will see you tonight at 9. happen? Will I have a job next week? Ah, I got the key. Mountain and anchor tower lady. Uh, so the answer goes to a lady. And I got this as the end thing, which means, it's up in the air. So there's two ladies. That usually means, it's handy and good. All right. So I haven't gone for my interview yet. So it doesn't show if I got the job because there's other things in, the thing going on. So yeah, I went to the source and they didn't hire me. And I'm like, well, I don't got no money. You're going to be shopping here. They said, I go, with what money? So yeah, that's not going to be happening anytime soon. All right, we got Mountain, which is dealing with discussing problems and getting it solved. So I see that, there's going to be, it's always confusion, there's going to be things happening. Oh, now my back is flipping killing me. Oh, it's so fucking bad. Yeah, I'm pissed. My life sucks. I should have told him though that you should give him a 2-week thing and then afterwards he can throw that away. But they probably don't give a shit anyway. And they probably threw it away when I left. That's how I feel. Because obviously after 3 times you go, wow, I very well 3 times I should be able to get something going and there's nothing going, you know. And I feel I really do feel this way, so it's if I don't get a call in 2 weeks, I'm gonna be like, sorry, I'm leaving here, you had like 2 months, you know. I tried to get to work for you for a long time. Now it's like you call now? Really? And they haven't called, so I don't see myself getting a job here right now, and I don't see any offers come in. I mean, I do tarot reading, and it says I should be getting like tons of calls, and I'm like, I don't know what whose fortune I'm reading because I do these readings and nothing comes true and like really bad, and I'm like, that's really weird, to have none of it come true. I was supposed to have all these opportunities come in and nothing's been coming in at all. And I'm getting really worried. So I'm thinking that this is not the place to be. I guess it's like if I stay here, it's to die, you know. Like I said, if you like somebody, you know how it is when you first meet them, you want to, spoil them and do all this stuff. I have yet to see that happen to me. And I've been very disappointed in the dating thing. You know, um, I think that men who want to text you once a week and get jiggy with you every so often is a relationship. That's just not what I consider a relationship. I just broke up with my one boyfriend. I said, you know, I just finally told him, you make promises and you don't do them. I'm done with your promises, you lie, I'm done. Goodbye. I blocked him, you know. I'm thinking of just telling my friend Ty, if you want to, I live at 1880 Isaac Street. You can have someone send flowers. You can mail me a letter. I'm going to block you. Have a good life. And that's what I want to say to him. I want to tell my guy friend Ty that the guy I met over at the cell phone place that I'm going to be blocking him. I just I'm just going to do it now. Where's my fucking phone? Sorry. Oh, I do that. All right. So, I'm going to put, I know it doesn't matter to you, but we'll be moving in 2 weeks if I can't get a job, money coming in. I know it doesn't matter to you, but I will be moving in 2 weeks if I can't get a job or money coming in. My book is not selling. Let's see. What else? I will be blocking you. Uh, for now. My address is so if you want to contact me by snail mail. I know it doesn't matter to you, but I will be moving in 2 weeks if I can't get a job or money coming in. Uh, my book, book will be blocking you. Have a good life. All right, this is what I put. That's why I sent him. I know it doesn't matter to you, but I will be moving in 2 weeks. If I can't get a job or money coming in, my book is not selling for now. My address is. So if you want to contact me by snail mail, I will be blocking you. Have a good life. So I'm going to go to this, of course, and then info, block this caller, block contact. So I blocked him. And that's it. You know, I feel that if he has feelings, which I highly doubt, no one has feelings towards me. It's like a joke, really. They get to know me. Once you get to know me, you just run, run, just keep on running. Yeah. Because once you get to know me, you don't want them to get to know me. So, yeah, I just sent that to my friend Tyler, because I want to let him know, you know what? I'm not going to be there for you two either. You know, I got to be for myself because that's what everyone here is in Sodom. Yep. Here in Sodom, that's what they do. And that's how I feel. I feel like I'm living in biblical times of Sodom and Gomorrah. I really do. So I got rid of the people who want to use me or, who just don't give a shit about me. So I told Tyler, I said, I'm going to be leaving in 2 weeks. So that's what I'm looking at. So I am here going to sit there and I'm going to pray to the great sodomizer himself, God. And that's how I feel. He's a big smiter. He's more of a smiter than anything. I've yet to see anything good come out of my life. I do, changes to make my life better and it hasn't gotten better. I mean, it's better in a way I don't have to have, but. So let's pray to the mighty smighty, dear God, the one who smites me quite a bit. Could you send some love here? I really need something to happen. I need a miracle. You see, my life gone to shit. All right. I done find out that, senior psychopaths was taking his psychotic pants off at a different house and it just wasn't that cool. So anyway, so, anyway, God, this is what I need. I need a job and I need to start selling my books. So help me with my other book that I need to put online and let's sell some books. Let me finish my Meg books and we'll call it good. Let me make some money. Let me have some money coming in. If I have money coming in, I don't have to move. So if I don't have to move, I'm happy. I don't want to move. Even though no one in Pahrump gives a flying fuckaroony about me, I'm so cool with being here. You know, I don't need to make friends. And that's how I feel sometimes. It's like, I'm like, what the hell? I have no one calls me up to hang out with me. It goes both ways. No one gives a rat's ass how I feel. So I'm pretty well alone here. So give me some extra money to travel to meet people and to make money selling books. I like to just write books for now. My health is for shit. What the fuck? You know? I'm doing good and then in February on the 21st it went all to shit. What the fuck? What are you doing to me? What's going on? Are people hiding something from me? Please bring out the truth and bring it out quickly. Because if it's something life threatening that's happening to me, I like to know so I can actually plan for, if my life is to be ended soon. Whatever. I don't care. Just give me a little heads up. Okay. So I need a job. I need you to fix what's wrong with my body. And that's about it. you know, maybe to have some friends that, call me every so often. Amen. All right. I hope you have a wonderful cosmic day. I love you. All right. Even the haters, I love you. Go light those candles and wish those naughty things on me. Go and wish those naughty things because you're so jealous. Remember, we're in Sodom, so you might as well go and do the sodomastic things and wish the naughty things on me. I got my black candles for protection too. Yeah. Since we're in Sodom, you can go and wish those sodomastic things, go and, then go, oh, God bless you. Those are the ones I hate. Oh, anyway, love you. Have a cosmic day. See me tonight. We're going to do that EPD test, P test. Mwah.